Hi guys, welcome back to my channel.
In this video, we will see the second topic of geometry, that is circles. In my previous videos, we have seen about triangles, so if you haven't watched that, there is a link in the description box below, you can check that out. We will see introduction to circles. Before going directly to the theorems, first let's understand some of the terms. Now what is circle? A circle is a collection of all points in a plane which are at a constant distance from a fixed point. Let's consider a fixed point. Here it says circle is a collection of all points in a plane. So this is a plane which are at a constant distance from a fixed point. So it is a collection of points which are placed at a constant distance from the fixed point, right? So these collection of points which are placed constant distance from a fixed point will form a circle. So this constant distance is nothing but the radius. So these are all the constant distance from the fixed point, right? So here constant distance is nothing but your radius. And the fixed point is center of the circle, right? So I hope this is clear. Now let's see what is chord. The line joining any two points on the circumference of a circle is called as chord. Let's consider a circle with center O. Line joining any two points on the circumference of a circle. Let's consider 2 points on the circumference of a circle. So line joining these 2 points is nothing but chord. So let's name them AB. So here AB is a chord, right? Now can you tell me which is the longest chord in the circle? That is nothing but the diameter of the circle, right? So therefore longest chord is the diameter of the circle. Now let's see some more terms, but before that pause the video and note this down. So now let's continue. What is segment? It is an area between chord and the arc. So let's consider a circle with center O. We know what is chord, right? So this is a chord. Area between chord and the arc. So this is the arc of the circle, right? So this is called as the arc. So this area is called as segment. Now let's see what is sector. Area between an arc and the two radii of the circle. So let's consider a circle with center O. It's the area between an arc and the two radii. Let's consider two radii. So 1 means radius, 2 means it's a radii. We say it as radii. Therefore, area between an arc and the two radii. So this is the arc. So this area is called as sector. I hope this is clear difference between segment and a sector. Here segment is the area between chord and the arc, and sector is the area between radii and the arc, right? Now let's see what is secant. Secant is nothing but a line that cuts a circle at two distinct points. So let's consider a circle with center O. So a line, any line that cuts the circle at two distinct points. Here the distinct points are A and B. Let's take it as A and B. So this line is called as a secant. Now let's see some more terms, but before that pause the video and note this down. Now let's see an important term, that is tangent. A line meeting a circle only in one point is called as a tangent. So let's consider a circle with center O. It says line meeting a circle only in one point. Let's take any point on the circle, a line that meeting this point at only one point. So this line is called as tangent. So here L is a line which is called as tangent. So here are some of the properties of the tangent. So tangent is always perpendicular to the radius. So let's see in this diagram. So tangent is always perpendicular to the radius of the circle. So this is the radius. So therefore this is 90 degree. So we can say tangent is always perpendicular to the radius. There is a theorem which we will prove in my next video. Alright. And there are infinite tangents in a circle. So we know circle is a collection of points which are at a constant distance from the fixed point, right? So that means the circle has got infinite points, right? So for each point you can draw a tangent. So therefore we can say there are infinite tangents in a circle. Agreed? Now let's see next property. It says at one point only one tangent is possible. So let me do here. Let's consider a circle with center O. Let's draw a tangent. We know tangent is a line meeting a circle only in one point, right? Let's say this point. Let's draw a tangent. So here it says we can draw only one tangent to this point. Now if you say you can draw one more line which just touches this point, that is not possible. If you just tilt this line also, for example, if you say you can draw another line which just passes through this line, that is not possible. It will touch to the other point as well, right? So that will be a secant. So we can draw only one tangent at one point. I hope this is clear. Now let's see the last property. It says in circle at most two parallel tangents are possible. So let's consider a circle with center O. To this circle we can draw at most two parallel tangents. So let's consider this as one tangent, right? And one more tangent here. So if you join this radius to the tangent, we know it's perpendicular, right? Similarly in this case also, this is the radius and this is the tangent. So this will be perpendicular. So you cannot draw one more tangent that is parallel to these two tangents, right? So at most there will be only two parallel tangents. So if you draw one more tangent here, so this line is not parallel to these two lines, right? But if you draw a line here, these two lines are parallel to each other. So you cannot draw one more tangent that is parallel to these two tangents. Agreed? So therefore, in circle at most two parallel tangents are possible. I hope this is clear. So this is it in this video. We will see some of the theorems which comes under this topic in my next video. See you soon. Till then, take care. Almighty bless. So you cannot draw one more tangent that is parallel to these two tangents.